Yay!
Hello.
Hello.
Miss Henson.
Good to see you, Miss Sack.
Thank you for agreeing to interview with me today.
welcome.
Just want to ask you a few questions. The first one is, how do you feel about using technology to meet the needs of all your learners?
I feel really good about it, usually pretty confident. There are times that, I question whether things are going to work, but I really feel like technology keeps the kids' attention, and I like the use of it.
Good. What are some of the obstacles when you're implementing the technology?
Sometimes devices working together. In a school, you don't always have everything that's up to date. So let's say you have a new smart board, but maybe you have an older laptop, and they may not be compatible, or not necessarily compatible, but maybe there's not enough memory, or the computer can't handle another program. And so getting everything that's up to date with your technology and where it all works together can be a challenge sometimes.
I never thought of that. That definitely would be a problem. How do you identify your students who have unique needs at your school?
A lot of times at the beginning of the year, we'll go through the files and see if there's any IEPs, or talk to their teacher from the year before and ask and see if there's anything in particular that a student needs.
Okay, good. Is there a process for identifying your students with special needs, such as homelessness, hunger, or safety?
Yes, they. I know for sure that our school does a homeless, kind of a home survey, like, do you own your own home, where do you live, are you homeless, and then you fill that out and turn it into the school. And then I know there is also, is it working?
How does it say that? It says, please make sure you're connected to the Wi-Fi.
Do you need me connected to mine?
I don't know.
Okay. But I know for sure that too, we fill out everybody is supposed to fill out a free and reduced lunch form so that they can get, they do provide free breakfast for everyone, and then free and reduced lunches. And then we do have programs where the schools have partnered with the food bank. And so those students also can have backpacks with snacks on the weekend in case they're not getting enough to eat on the weekend.
That's really good. And what resources, okay, and actually you talked about that, the resources available to the students. What about resources available to families?
Yes, I'll have to think about that for a second. There's the counselors in each school site usually have ways to give or information and packets and brochures and things for services if homelessness is a problem, or if food is an issue. They direct them to those services.
Okay.
So,
how does your school incorporate the needs and values of all families represented in the student population? That's kind of a...
I know they do have like a reading night, and they'll do like a Dr. Seuss project, or they'll have like a family game night or STEM night. And so all families are invited to come. They might have snacks and encourage the parents to interact with the children. And it's for everyone.
Okay. So, all right. How does meeting the needs of all the students impact their learning and achievement? I guess like when they're not hungry or...
Yeah, that's true. It's really tough to think about. I've witnessed it. It's really hard for a child to think about math when their stomach is growling.
Yeah.
Or if, mom and dad were in a big fight the night before and they slept in a car. Or, those things are difficult for kids to to focus on what they need to be learning. Did I answer that, or is there more
that's
drama at home,
true, yeah.
stress. If a child is trying to learn and maybe we aren't even aware that there's a learning disability, or there's a special need that needs to be maybe a different method, and we're still working with that student, there can be a lot of stress on the child, and when the child is stressed, they don't learn.
They can't learn, right? How does the mission statement of the school relate to student learning, meeting the needs of all learners, or technology?
Okay. The school's mission, is it mission statement? Yeah. I used to be able to quote that. It's been a few years.
Since you had to.
Yeah, since I've had to, or to teach it to a class. But it talks about students being responsible for their own education, that we provide the information and we provide a learning environment for them, but it is up to them to take a hold of that and remember it and apply it to their education. And it's more of an empowering type of mission statement. And our school does try to stay up with technology as well as they can. It is difficult keeping that many classrooms going with that many teachers, and not all of them are skilled.
Right.
Some teachers are just not as technology savvy, and so they struggle in keeping them going. They'll accidentally click on something or connect things or disconnect things. So I'm sure it costs a lot of money, IT department things, to keep all those running.
Yeah, I bet. All right. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.